In the early 2000s, we got our very first look at clone troopers in LEGO. Not long after that, in the 2010s, we got more advanced clone troopers, including clone troopers based on the Clone Wars television series. Finally, in 2020, we got so many more detailed clone troopers based on legions as well as other characters from Star Wars. The last 3 decades have been very good to us Star Wars fans, and today we're going to be making a clone trooper army from every single decade, starting with the 2000s and moving through to the 2020s. The armies are going to get bigger and bigger as we go, as clone troopers have become cheaper as time goes on. If you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe with notifications on, and comment down below which era of clone trooper you like the best. Later in this video, we are going to be having a big giveaway, so stay tuned for that. Now before we begin, a quick message from our sponsor.
Captain Rex, what are you doing?
Cody, I'm just looking for shows on Netflix, but I've watched them all.
Rex, you should really be using NordVPN. It's gonna give you so much more access to new shows and material online. And it helps keep your IP address secure. NordVPN? Tell me more.
NordVPN is the best in the business. I personally use it quite a bit for threat protection on my PC. With the click of a button, threat protection shields me from malware, trackers, as well as ads while using NordVPN. On top of that, their dark web monitor notifies me when someone leaks my credentials. And all of this is very privacy oriented, meaning my information is not getting out there. But what I personally use NordVPN for the most is streaming. I'm obviously on American Netflix most of the time, but if I want to watch other shows that aren't available on American Netflix, I can hop over to, say, Canadian Netflix or even like French Netflix, meaning I can pretty much watch whatever I want with the help of NordVPN. So head on over to nordvpn.com/DaleyBricks for a special offer. That's nordvpn.com/DaleyBricks. Now, let's get right on back into the video. Obviously, we're starting off here, folks, with the original 2000s clone troopers. I've purchased a ton of new clone troopers for this video, but first, let's find the ones I already have in my army. Here's my big box of clone troopers. I do see a couple of them in here. Yeah, these are some vintage ones, but I know that I have more than that. Here we go. I think they're going to be in my security safe here that is fireproof because those guys are worth like 10 to 15 bucks a piece. They're more expensive clones, so I keep them in here. Let's find them. Okay, hunting for these little suckers right here has been a bigger project than I thought. I've been going through my entire Lego bucket here because there actually weren't that many in the safe. I only found these 3 in the safe right here, a shock trooper standard, and then actually this guy is worth quite a bit of money now, an old school Kashyyyk scout trooper. I think they're like 80, 90 bucks, which is crazy. So those puppies are found and will contribute to the army. Then I've been fishing out all sorts of different clone troopers from the big bucket right here, and I have found some old school phase 2 ones that I was... Scout, stop trying to eat the Legos. So I'm gonna continue to scour this bucket. I'll be back with the phase 2 ones I have already. Here's what we managed to find. It's not much, but it's honest work. We've got that OG scout trooper right here. We've got 4 plain P2 clone troopers, 2 327th Corps troopers, and finally some shock troopers, but like this is a mismatch. So we've got 2 standard ones that are complete. Then I've got this guy who's got like first order legs and a 91st helmet. This guy then has the wrong legs and an Imperial Gunner helmet? And then this dude right here is a DK Collectibles custom. But that's okay, we might have a small army now, but I purchased all of this recently to expand it. Let's check it out. First things first, I did start us off with a custom right here. This is an old school custom Commander Cody because every army needs a leader, and Commander Cody is my favorite clone trooper. Then we've got a bunch of these little baggies. This one's got a complete battle pack's worth of soldiers. So you have a shock trooper, a 327th trooper, and then 2 plain troopers right here. Then we've got some individual troopers, another 327th, a shock trooper, another shock trooper, another shock trooper. Oh, what do you know? 2 more shock troopers. The shock troopers, weirdly enough, are actually the most expensive of these OGs. well, beyond the scout troopers. Then we've got a whole buttload of these 327th troopers that I purchased off of Bricklink. Purchasing off of Bricklink in bulk from foreign countries is like the way to go to save money. I think these were like $8 a piece. Meanwhile, they're like 13 or 14 in the States. Let me unwrap all of these. This is horrible for the environment. I don't know why they did this. And there we go. That's about 11 different 327 troopers, I think. We got another baggie right here. This should just be plain clone troopers. These guys are the hardest to find though. Why do they keep putting them in shrink wrap? This is why our Earth is dying, dude. Okay, 3 clone troopers. I'm calm now. Then we got 2 more baggies here. First one is going to be another plain Jane P1 clone trooper. It looks like this blaster has been chewed on, so that's kind of disgusting. Gonna throw that away. But the clone's good. Then we got ourselves 3 more of these, and oh my god, again with the shrink wrap. The final phase 2 troopers that we have from the 2000s are these puppies right here. These are actually clone trooper pilots. They are much different than the other pilots from the Clone Wars. These guys were featured in episode 3, flying around in the intro sequence. They're pretty baller. So we have like 10 or so of these guys. I'll go ahead and get them unpacked. But then we've got all of these now. These are the new additions. Those are the old additions. And I will, well, that's my cat's butt right there too. And then I will go ahead and line them all up on the base plate. And that will be our 2000s army. And here we have it, our clone trooper army from the 2000s, and I must say this thing is super nostalgic for me. This is when I first got into Lego Star Wars, was with the original clone trooper battle pack. So this is incredible. There's just over 50 clone troopers right here. It is going to be the smallest army that we have in this video, but I still think it's very respectable. This is solid. So now, oh my, no, wait, no. Don't eat that. Okay, fine. Now we are going to go ahead and build a phase 1 clone trooper army from the 2010s, as well as there's a few other clone trooper variants that came out during that time, but mainly they were phase 1. This is my existing collection of phase 1s right here, so let's go ahead and assemble those, and then we can check out the brand new ones I purchased. And here's what we've got, folks. So we have 3 rows of phase 1 shiny minifigures right here. And then we've got Captain Rex, Commander Gree, and an ARC Trooper. Those are all of sort of the command units that I currently have. I also have this random phase 1 Captain Rex helmet from the 2010s. I honestly don't know why I don't have the rest of the body. But moving on, we do have 6 gunners. We've got 4 of these Captain Lock Troopers. We've got 2 pilots, 5 ARF Troopers, including one of the ones from the ARC Trooper pack. We've got 3 3/4 Bomb Squad troopers, and then further back there we have our phase 2 variants from the 2010s. We've got a 501st, we've got a Wolf Pack, we've got 4 of these Geonosis troopers, and 3 Utapau troopers right there. I've got these that we've got to go through right here as well, the new additions, and then also this box of ones that just came in the mail that is filled to the brim with random Lego clone troopers. But I did want to mention that this is all for something a little bit bigger. A YouTuber by the name of Brickley has invited me to join him on the world record clone trooper army hunt. Me, Brickley, and like 5 or 6 other YouTubers are all combining our clone trooper armies in maybe 1 to 2 years at a convention to try and break the record for the largest clone trooper army ever formed. So in the meantime, we have to do a lot of clone army building videos. I hope you guys are okay with that because there will be many more coming. Either way, let's check out the new additions. And here we go, boys. We've got ourselves a number of these P1 troopers right here. These ones are very dirty from that collection box I just showed you guys. I didn't realize how damaged these minifigures were, which kinda sucks. It's not the end of the world, but I would rather have them in pristine condition. Maybe I can get some of this sun damage as well as these marker lines off with some like Goo Gone or something like that. If you guys have tips, let me know. But those are all the P1s I acquired from the lot. Plus we've got ourselves one dude who just doesn't have a helmet. Maybe I'll be able to find one. And another Commander Neo figure who also doesn't have a helmet. This one might be a lot harder to find a helmet for though. Also got 3 of these P1 bomb squad troopers, an additional one of these arc troopers right here. This guy's incomplete, but he's got most of the important parts. In addition to that, this bag has one bomb squad trooper as well as one Captain Lock trooper, and then this bag right here has one ARF trooper as well as one bomb squad trooper. Finally, I purchased us a Commander Cody P1. Because we got that Commander Cody P2 for the old school one, I thought we'd have Commander Cody lead this army as well. Let's add the new additions to the army. And there we have it, boys, our 2010s army, and this had the least additions of all of these armies, I'll tell you that right now, and the 2020s army is going to have the most additions, but still, this might be my favorite army, because this is when I was in my peak of LEGO collecting. All of these characters are familiar to me. It's just so freaking nostalgic, baby. Look at that. And then we got the rejects over here. We ignore them. All right, it's time to get into the 2020s. Modern age LEGO Clone Army collecting. So right off the rip, we've got all of these guys right here that I was able to dig out of my massive LEGO bin as well as the safe. On top of that, we've got the miscellaneous box that still has some troopers in it that will fit. We've also got this box right here which has all my P1 2020 troopers, which we will be adding because they were clone troopers in 2020. Finally, up on my desk up there, we have a bowl of all the new figures I purchased, and there's a special surprise after we collect all these. So let's go ahead and get all these guys lined up, as well as these guys right here, and then we'll show off the new purchases. There it is, baby! The entire 2020s clone trooper army that I currently have. We have a lot of variety in the front here. These guys are actually just like barely making it into the 2020s. I've also got some gunners, some 212 troopers, the newer variant, because I do have the older variant in the 2010s over there. 332nd troopers, some clone commanders. I think this clone lieutenant is 2020s, I want to say. I'm going to include them, even though I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments. Then we have all of these new school Phase 1 clone troopers. I think these guys actually look really sick. There's a lot of complaints about them online because they're not movie accurate and they're not show accurate, but I like them. Then over this way, these are the older 501st troopers from the 2020 battle pack and their jet trooper variants back there. We'll be adding some of the new 501st troopers soon. We also have a Commander Gree here, which again, I know these guys are 2020s. Gree might be like 2019. I'm gonna include him anyway, just because these guys have all the commanders already. Let's put him over here. Then we've got a few 187th troopers. We will be adding more of those. So let's go ahead and check out what I purchased for the 2020s army, and I'm really hoping everything fits on this base plate. You'll see why. So I've been storing all of the clone troopers in this Tupperware, which I know is somewhat insane, but it's fine. Here are the guys from that miscellaneous box. We got some 212th, we've got some 501st, and a couple Phase 1s too. I did have to buy a new Commander Cody because I gave one of mine away in a mystery box I sold. And finally, we'll get to some troopers here. So there's a large variety of troopers within all of these bags. Like here are 10 of the 187th troopers. Here's a bundle of the old school 501st. Another bundle of the old school 501st. Then it looks like here is more old school 501st. Okay. Interesting. And then at the very bottom, we do have a variety here. We've got some 187th, we've got a bunch of the new school 501st, and even some old school 501st in here as well. So we'll add all of these guys to the bowl, and the big surprise is I've also ordered a large number of these 501st battle packs from Amazon. They were doing a sale where they're only $16 a pack, which is really pretty good. So we're gonna take all of these out later on and build them all. Well, maybe not the sets themselves, but build all of the figures and add them to the army. I'll go ahead and add these guys to the army, and then we'll get cracking on these boys. There we have it, folks. This army is getting pretty freaking massive, dude. And this is just one of 3 clone trooper armies now. Yeah, we're talking hundreds of clone troopers. Now, I'm a little puzzled as to what to do with the remaining space because I'm not sure if all those clones from the boxes are gonna fit there. We'll just have to see. I'm also not sure if I want to like sort them by like heavy troopers, regular troopers, etc. It's already kind of messy back here where I ran out of room for certain types of clone troopers and stuff. But right now we got the 187th, we got jet troopers, we got the 501st OGs, some of the newer ones, and then the Phase 1s, and then the miscellaneous here, and the commanders up in here. Let's go ahead and start building those packs now. And there it is in all of its glory.
hundreds of clone troopers lined up together in marching formation. That's right, we got Cody and Gree leading hundreds of clone troopers here. We've got 501st troopers, the old school. There's the new school one. I didn't really bother with many of the visors and stuff like that. It just seemed like a lot of work for not a lot of payoff. Then we got the 187th over here. These are some of my favorite new clone troopers. Jetpack troopers, the miscellaneous, and the phase 1s. So let's take a little tour of the museum. We'll start with modern day. Obviously, here are the 2020s. Over here's the 2010s. Things get a little bit more expensive in the 2010s. And then here's the 2000s, the earliest troopers. And they get very, very expensive for individual troops. 2020 is definitely the easiest and cheapest army to build at the moment, especially with that $16 Amazon deal. The 2010s have pretty cheap standard troopers and like bomb squad troopers and stuff like that, but when you get to their actual leadership, it gets pretty expensive. Cody, Rex, the ARC troopers, Gree, they're all pretty pricey. And then the old school troopers do have the most expensive standard troopers. That price point at its lowest is the most expensive, but then their leadership isn't too crazy expensive because there's not that many leadership positions. Like, that's a fake Cody, so it's not too expensive. That's like a $25 fig. And all of this is for the world record clone trooper army that we're working on. I just did a rough calculation here, and we're looking at just under 400 Lego clone troopers right here. And I do have a few more back home in Massachusetts, not here with me in Texas. So we're looking at a pretty good contribution thus far on the Lego clone trooper army. And I do plan on doing more videos in this series to increase the Lego World Record Clone Trooper Army before we all meet together and combine and try and beat the record. But guys, I promised you a giveaway, so let's get into it. For this giveaway, I am going to be giving away 16 of the brand new 501st Clone Troopers right here. I'm actually going to be giving out the sealed packs. I have them on the way from Amazon. I purchased a few more since they were so cheap. So by the time the next video is up and the giveaway winner is in the description, it will be here, and I can send out 4 of the brand new 501st battle packs to the giveaway winner. Best of luck. All you have to do is hit that like button, subscribe with notifications on, and comment down below your favorite era of Lego Clone Trooper. Or you can comment down below if you're excited about the world record with Brickley and the other folks in the gang. As always, thank you to my channel members. Here's our usual channel members. No new ones this week, but that's okay. I really appreciate all your guys' support. If you want to get a shout out in every video and get your name on the Assault on Hoth set, as well as a discount on DaleyBricks.com, consider joining the channel. It's just $1. Really helps me pay for these videos. Either way, guys, thanks so much for watching. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.